I was the most unusual inmate in the entire prison. While the other inmates went outside to smoke, I trained. And while they gathered to talk, I worked on my back muscles. Every time it was my turn to make the oatmeal, I treated it like an arm workout. Even in heavy rain, I ran 5 miles without stopping. I trained this hard for only one reason: revenge. A few years earlier, my husband had vanished without a trace. Where he disappeared, there was blood everywhere, and a large knife was lying nearby. The investigation found that he had taken out a huge life insurance policy, and I was the only beneficiary, but no one believed me. They blamed me and sent me to prison. Before I went to prison, I left my son with my best friend. I also gave her all the insurance money so she could take care of him, but not long after, she disappeared too. After months of trying, I finally reached her. When she answered the phone, I asked her to let me talk to my son. Then, I heard a voice that made my blood run cold. My son said only one word: "Dad," and the call was cut off. I called over and over, but no one ever answered again. In that moment, I understood the truth. My husband and my best friend had planned everything together. They stole my money and my son. From that day on, I never found peace. One day, a former lawyer in prison told me something. The law can't punish someone twice for the same murder. I had already been convicted of killing my husband. Even if I found him and killed him in front of everyone, I couldn't be punished again for that same case. From that day on, I trained harder than ever. 6 years later, I was finally released on parole. The moment I got out, I started looking for my old friend. She used to be a teacher, so I searched through teacher records. But the results shocked me. There were thousands of teachers with the same name. Checking every single one was impossible, so I took a huge risk. I secretly broke into the school where she had worked. My goal was to find her social security file. The moment I found it, the police showed up, but I didn't panic. I jumped from the second floor, cleared a barbed wire fence, led the police toward the ocean, and used a ramp to flip their patrol car. But in the end, I was caught again. I tried to explain that I was innocent, but they refused to listen. One officer handcuffed me inside the police car, then went inside a store to buy coffee. What they didn't realize was that the keys were still in the ignition. I looked at the officer, then I looked at the metal bar next to me. Suddenly, I slammed my foot onto the gas pedal. The first try sent out a shower of sparks. Nothing happened. I quickly shifted into reverse and tried again. Still nothing. Then, the door handle started coming loose. I pulled with all my strength. The noise caught the officer's attention. At that exact moment, I drove the police car straight into the ocean. One officer immediately jumped into the water. He unlocked my handcuffs and pulled me up. I took that chance and grabbed his service pistol. Thanks to the endurance I had built through years of training, I swam all the way to shore. The moment I reached land, I stopped a car, got in, and began my revenge.